This might be the coolest looking thing from the entire pile. If you can buy these instead of the expensive alternative, should you? I bought some stuff from Banggood and let's go ahead and open them up and see if they are any good. One disclaimer is that Banggood did send me these tools, but they did not have anything to say about the production of this video or my opinion on these tools. And as you will see, I did not receive all of my products in time. In the previous video I did, someone complained about the quality of the drill press thing, and I have to say I've changed my mind on that one. It's not as good as I thought, but still it drills straight when you use it, but it's just a bit flimsy. Other than that, my opinions from that video are still the same. Really well made items. So I have high hopes for these. Now, on the ethical spectrum, I can only say this. I would never buy something that was made as a blunt copy. But I will have to regret saying that later in the video. But that was due to my ignorance and not doing research prior to getting these tools. You can certainly debate whether or not it's ethical to buy these things. On that note, there are also other things on Banggood that are just copies of tools and I didn't buy them. I bought the tools I thought was original enough, but still their own thing, with the exception of one thing, because I didn't know better. So I'm not a politician, but I know as a consumer you tend to look for the best prices and the best quality. Now, the first thing in the pile is a bit complex and I immediately feel like I don't want to use this. It's just too many things in the package to feel that this is an easy use. But nevertheless, let's try it out. So what is this? Well, it's a parallel guide system for repeatable cuts with the track saw. And this one in particular fits the Festool track, which should mean it should also fit a couple of other tracks, including the Makita one. And I have one really big gripe with this. I'm not sure you will agree, but hear me out. So what you do is you piece all of this together in a way stated in the non-existing manual. I figured it out, but come on, at least supply an assembly guide or something on the website. So it slides into the track. Using an Allen key, you can tighten them down onto the track. Then you can place these stoppers, and these rubbery rods can then be used to calibrate the guide so that we get accurate measurements from the ruler on top of the guides. The package comes with 4 small sections that can be used for 0 to 300 millimeters, 300 to 600, 600 to 900, and 900 to 1200. So if you're cutting down sheet material, this will help you with the guiding. And I guess these also comes in handy for repeatable cuts. Once you have them set, you know you will get the exact same width of your cut. My only gripe with this is that where do you store all these things? Do you unpack it or do you just keep it assembled? But then where do you store the rest of the parts? I mean, it would have been better if it came in a hard box of some sort, and if not used often, I suppose I won't reach for this unless I really need it. I think I will just go the easy route and measure twice and cut once. It's just, I don't know where to store it. It's perfectly assembled in this box, but having to assemble it every time I want to use it, it seems too much of a hassle. I'd rather use a pen and a ruler. But who knows, what do you think? The price of this package was $95 when ordering, but have since then gone up to $104 when recording this video. And this is very similar to the woodpecker one, which in the metric system comes in at $479. But that actually comes in a nice sustainer. I didn't do much research before ordering this, and I just recently saw that Woodpecker had a parallel guide system that looks almost identical to this, and what can I say? They make their products in the US from what I've been told. The only thing I have from them is a simple ruler, and the quality of that does not compare to the aluminum this is made with. This is much lighter. And in my opinion, I think this is too much of an idea theft, to be honest. The rest of the moral saga is up to you. What do you think? So in terms of would I buy this, I think the answer would be no, I would not. I feel confident enough using my track saw with the track and a pen and a ruler, but if you really want to make repeatable cuts that are perfectly aligned, I guess this is good. A funny detail is that it says Vaco on the box, and on the website it said Fonson. So I suppose there are different brands making these. So this next item is also very identical to the Woodpecker precision clamps. It comes in a pack with 2 of these squares and 4 set of clamps. You can choose from different sizes ranging from 100 millimeters up to 160 millimeters, and I got the largest ones and the price was $39 for a set of 2 clamps. A similar set from Woodpecker comes with 4 squares instead of 2 and are currently priced at $229. Now this is a bit different because a lot of companies make versions of these types of clamps, but I do wonder, are they square? They come neatly packed at least, with the foam. Makes it really hard to get it out. Well, I measured them to my best ability and to my most trusted square, and from what I can tell, yes, they are square. So what you use these for are corner glue ups or just for keeping things aligned when you work on it. You place your square on the inside of your glue up and the clamps attached to the squares, and you simply screw them down. Very basic and not very much to say about these. They seem square and I bet they work basically the same as every other precision clamp out there. These were branded Vaco and I suppose the price seems really good. The aluminium seems heavy and sturdy, so I think these will last a long time. This might be the coolest looking thing from the entire pile. Now this was a real surprise for me, and this came from the company that made the very nice miter gauge that I showed in the last video, Hongdoi. Now this seems like a really nice brand that focuses on original woodworking tools at a very high standard. And this is not any different. So of course this is a mallet, but what really surprised me with this one was that it was not only branded Hongdoi, it's also branded KM Tools, which is Jonathan Katz-Moses tool brand. And when I checked his website out, I could see that he had a whole segment of tools from Hongdoi, and this is apparently a collaboration between Hongdoi and KM Tools. Now this mallet is beautifully made and it comes in a nice small sustainer with replaceable heads. 2 of these plastic ones that you just screw off and 2 of these brass ones. And you can of course use whatever you want depending on what you're pounding with this. Now the thing that struck me the most with this is how nice it is. It's really heavy as well, but if it holds up in the long run, I have no idea. Now this was $79 and I guess it's worth every penny. It also comes with this tool to replace the mallet head. This is also from Hongdoi, which by now I think is equal to quality. So this is a planing stop with dog holes, and lucky for me, I could choose the 19mm ones for my European dog holes. Unlike the next item on the list. It's made from aluminium and it seems to be really well made. And it fits the dog holes in my bench from Sjöbergs perfectly. Now the dogs are movable, so you can adjust them to your particular workbench. The only downside here is that I only ordered 1. With 2 of them, you can basically set them up as a square. A very simple product at only $15. I like it. The last item on the list is this MFT table hold down clamp. And it doesn't fit my workbench because of the European dog holes, which I didn't check to see before I ordered this one. They did have the 19mm one, but it's currently sold out. So if you decide to buy this, make sure you get the correct size for your dog holes. In order to try out the force, I drilled a 20mm hole in a piece of scrap and I tried clamping a piece of wood with this. And you might need 2 or more of these to be able to clamp down larger pieces. But at $20, this seems to be well made. It's all made from aluminium, so I think it'll last a long time. I did also buy another set of 3 items on my own that were supposed to arrive in the same package, and the package did arrive, but empty. So I did reach out to Banggood support and they told me to call the Swedish post office to see if they had the pieces missing at their place, which I did. They didn't find the items and said that Banggood is responsible for reimbursing the items in the package, which they did, but I have to wait a bit longer before I receive them. And I also ordered another router bit that is set to arrive in a month, and I ordered that more than a month ago. So some items can take a really long time before they arrive. Now, let me know if you like this video and you want to see more tools from China. Alright, see you in the next video.